You've probably heard someone say they're over a barrel when they're stuck in a bad situation, right? Maybe your mate gets roped into working overtime on a Friday night, or your card declines when you've already taken a bite of your meal. Bad times. But what if I told you this phrase came from actual sailors, who were literally bent over a barrel? And no, it wasn't for a fun game of limbo. Buckle up, because this one's got pain, punishment, and, well, some truly awful workplace conditions. But before we dive into the madness, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss more crazy history and sailor slang. And let me know in the comments, what's the worst situation you've ever been stuck in? Let's get into it. Imagine being in a situation so dire, you feel like there's no way out. That's what being over a barrel is all about. And trust me, the origins of this phrase are as intense as they come. So stay tuned, because we're about to uncover the dark and hilarious truth behind it. Alright, picture this. It's the 1700s, and you're a sailor on a massive wooden ship. The open sea stretches endlessly around you, and the salty breeze is a constant companion. But life on board is far from a grand adventure. You've had a rough week. Your rations are mostly biscuits that may or may not have actual bugs in them, and the food is so hard you could probably use it as a weapon. Imagine biting into something that feels like a rock, only to find a little critter staring back at you. The smell of the lower decks could knock out an ox. And sleep? What's that? You're crammed into a tiny space with dozens of other sailors, and the stench of sweat, unwashed bodies, and rotting food is overwhelming. It's like living in a never-ending nightmare of foul odors. But worst of all, you've somehow annoyed the officers. Maybe you didn't follow an order quickly enough, or perhaps you just looked at them the wrong way. The hierarchy on these ships was strict, and stepping out of line, even unintentionally, could spell trouble. Maybe you stole extra rum, thinking no one would notice. After all, a little extra drink might make the harsh conditions a bit more bearable. But getting caught meant facing the wrath of the officers. Or perhaps you slacked off during your shift, trying to catch a few moments of rest when you thought no one was watching. The endless labor and lack of sleep made it tempting to steal a few minutes of peace. Or maybe you just existed at the wrong time, in the wrong place, and caught the ire of an officer having a bad day. Sometimes, it didn't take much to find yourself in hot water. Either way, bad news. You're about to be introduced to Mr. Barrel. This isn't a friendly introduction. It's a prelude to pain. The barrel was a tool of discipline, and you were about to become intimately familiar with it. Now, in today's world, when you mess up at work, you might get written up or, at worst, fired. But back then, nope. The consequences were far more severe and immediate. There was no HR department to file a complaint with. The punishment of choice was flogging, a brutal and public affair designed to instill fear and maintain order. It was a spectacle meant to deter others from making the same mistakes. One of the preferred methods involved bending sailors over a barrel, tying them down, and making sure they couldn't move an inch. The barrel wasn't just a prop, it was a tool of restraint and control. Then, they'd give them a good old-fashioned beating while the entire crew watched. The lashes would cut into their flesh, leaving scars that would last a lifetime. The pain was excruciating, and the public nature of the punishment added to the humiliation. Because public humiliation and pain were apparently great team-building exercises. The sight and sound of the punishment served as a grim reminder to everyone else. Step out of line, and you could be next. It was a harsh reality that kept sailors in check, ensuring that discipline was maintained at all costs. Now let's just take a moment to appreciate the sheer awkwardness of this. Picture yourself as a sailor in the 18th century, navigating the high seas, and suddenly finding yourself in a situation that's both humiliating and painful. First off, if you were the unlucky sailor, you're stuck in probably the most undignified position imaginable. You're bent over a barrel, exposed to the elements, and to the eyes of everyone around you. It's not just the physical discomfort, it's the sheer embarrassment of the situation. Second, you've got an entire audience of your fellow crew members who are either wincing on your behalf or pretending they don't see you. Some might be whispering among themselves, others might be trying to look busy, but you know they're all aware of what's happening. And third, imagine the guy whose job it was to hold the barrel steady. Like, that's his gig today? He's probably thinking about how he ended up in this role, trying to keep the barrel from moving while you're getting punished. It's a tough day for everyone involved. That poor dude is just trying not to make eye contact while you're getting whooped. He's probably wishing he was anywhere else, doing anything else. But here he is, part of this awkward and painful ritual. So if you think your boss is strict, at least they're not whipping you over a barrel. Hopefully. Modern workplace challenges might seem tough, but they pale in comparison to the brutal discipline methods of the past. Now, if you're thinking, wow, sailors really had it rough, you'd be absolutely right. Life at sea was grueling, with long hours, harsh conditions, and the constant threat of punishment. It was a tough existence, and only the hardiest could endure it. But there's another version of this phrase's history that isn't just about pain. It's about near drowning. Imagine the terror of falling overboard in the middle of a storm, the waves crashing over you, and the desperate struggle to stay afloat. Because apparently, being a sailor back then meant you were either getting beaten or fighting for your life. Fun times. The sea was a dangerous place, and every day brought new challenges and threats to your survival. If a sailor fell overboard and got pulled out of the water, the crew sometimes laid them over a barrel and rolled them back and forth to try and force water out of their lungs. This was their desperate attempt at resuscitation, a rudimentary form of CPR. Sounds like a last-minute DIY version of CPR. But hey, when you're in the middle of the ocean, options are limited. They had to make do with what they had, and sometimes, these improvised methods were the difference between life and death. Now, I have some serious questions about this. How did we even get here? How did a barrel become a symbol of helplessness? Like, who was the first person to think, hey, you know what Steve needs? A good old-fashioned barrel roll to fix him up. Was it a moment of desperation, or sheer innovation? Or maybe a bit of both. That's either genius or complete nonsense. Imagine the conversation that led to that decision. Hey, let's roll him over a barrel and see what happens. But apparently it worked enough times that it became a standard medical technique. Can you believe that? It's like the ancient version of a home remedy. You know, like using garlic for a cold or honey for a sore throat. I use that term very loosely. Medical, in this context, is a bit of a stretch. More like a desperate attempt at survival. So today, when someone says they're over a barrel, they usually just mean they're stuck in a bad spot with no control. It's a metaphor for being helpless. Like being caught in a situation where you have no good options. Like when your boss asks you to cover a shift on your only day off, and you can't really say no without facing consequences. Or when you're forced to agree to something you really don't want to do. Or when your mate convinces you to be their designated driver after you've already arrived at the bar. It's that feeling of being cornered. You're stuck, and there's no easy way out. But now you know. This phrase started because sailors were either getting their backsides beaten, which was a form of punishment, a harsh and brutal one at that, or their lungs squeezed like a bagpipe. Either way, not great. It's a vivid reminder of how far we've come in terms of medical practices and workplace conditions. And thank goodness for that. So next time you say you're over a barrel because you forgot to charge your phone, just be glad no one is actually rolling you across a barrel to save your life. Alright, now I need to know, would you rather take the flogging or the barrel rolling? Both sound terrible, but if you had to choose, which one are you going with? Drop your answer in the comments below. And if you love weird, hilarious history like this, make sure to subscribe for more sailor slang, sea legends, and cruise ship secrets. Don't miss the next one. Who knows what other ridiculous phrases we'll dig up. Share this video with your friends who love a good laugh and a bit of history. And don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed this dive into sailor slang. Set a reminder so you never miss out on our next adventure into the quirky world of nautical terms. We've got plenty more fascinating stories coming your way.